Staying with us as we continue on the press this morning. I'm glad to let you know that I have a full house as my guests are well seated. Now to what we have to do today on the show, to the business of the day, as we take a look at Trump's intensified threats, consequences of incompetence, says OBI. Trump's intensified threats, consequence of incompetence, as we quote OBI. Now, there is no doubt that Nigeria is facing unprecedented insecurity situation in the nation, with attendant carnage and shocking loss of lives and property. The question in the lips of all Nigerians is this the way to go? Is it so much that we now need a foreign attention to solve our internal problems? That is the question in the mouths of Nigerians and, of course, the global community. And today we shall be taking a look as we discuss Trump's intensified threats to the nation. First, our analysis. Now, as Trump intensifies threats to move against Nigeria following allegations of Christian genocide in the country, there has been mixed reactions by citizens and people around the world. Recall the President of the United States has ordered the Pentagon to begin planning for potential military action in Nigeria as a step to up his allegations that the government is failing to rein in the persecution of Christians in the West African country. Anire's Upper Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi has condemned the United States designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, describing it as a direct consequence of incompetent leadership and reckless governance under the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. Citing Amnesty International's data showing over 10,000 deaths since May 2023, the former Anambra governor said the avoidable tragedy underscores the nation's leadership crisis. He added that while the insecurity did not start with the present government, what is most unfortunate is the absence of competence, commitment, prudent use of resources, patriotism, and passion on the part of the APC-led administration to effectively govern and protect Nigerians. These are issues that we are taking a look today at on the show, and to help us, analyze this matter this morning, I have my guest, Dr. Suleiman Salihu, who is a public affairs analyst and a friend. It's so nice to have you on the show this morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being with you this morning.
And of course, I have Ismaila Babatunde, who is a public affairs analyst. Ismaila, it's so nice to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, indeed. I have a mixed, youth, and of course, someone who is more older. Let me use that term to help us understand what is trending right now, what we are faced as Nigerians. And my focus is a statement credited to Peter Obi, who was the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election. A sign is on comment. I'm going to start with you, Doctor. I really want your reaction with the situation on ground. In fact, when the story broke, how did you receive it? Let us, get a feel of your take on this present situation with the United States and, of course, Nigeria as the focus.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you, first and foremost, I want our viewers to understand from which perspective I'm talking from. I'm a student of international relations. And when I had the news about Trump, since his first tenure, his second tenure coming as a president of the United States of America, I've known him better, how he thinks psychologically when it comes to global politics. And let me tell you, he uses theory of carrot and stick, and he believes in conspiracy theory. Understand now? And he believes so much in the realist theories, but using the moralist approach to get what he wants.
How do you break that down?
Very good. He's a realist. He wants what he wants to achieve as a realist. Get what he wants through any means, but he will use the moralist approach to get what he wants. He will come with a human face, but undertone, he is going to use his might and power as one of the most greatest powerful nation on earth, you understand, or to achieve that aim. But you come with what? With, I will tell you, I will call it, the moral theorist, or I will call it the idealist theory. You tell me this is the ideal way of doing things. It is time for us to look at Nigerian with particular concern, and there is a particular concern with particular issues that is already at hand now. So let's look at it morally. But on that one, he has what he wants to achieve with Nigeria. First, we look at it before going to Peter Obi's comment. Why this time now? Don't forget, I want every viewer to look at it critically. Last time, the vice president was in the United National Assembly, and he said Nigerians support and they believe in two states affairs in each crisis between who? Israel and Gaza, Palestinian.
Okay.
So this is against the global theory of what? Of America, the West, and the Arab nations. We have knew quite all right the strong and powerful relationship between the Israel and the American government itself, and how they have been working symbiotically and affectionately. Understand now, they are twins in one but in different container, balloon. So now what I'm trying to say here is that you have to understand from which context Mr. Donald Trump is talking. That is number one. Number two, Nigeria have just joined BRICS, and the BRICS is the opposite of what? Of the old world order, which is the American system, unipolar. Now, most nations are moving to the group, the groups of BRICS. It tells you that, look, is Nigeria preparing to dump the dollars for the BRICS currency, for the BRICS economic system? This is it. And Trump is not finding it easy with the formation and what the progress, BRICS is making today. That is number two. Number three, since the coming of Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has been aligning himself with who? With France, not even with the other countries in the world, America. No, you understand now. If you look at it, he is a little bit pro-Russia. Even though that relationship is not yet strong and confirmed, you understand now. Russia is indirectly telling Nigeria, look, you are still a wine in the old keg, you understand now? You're supposed to be refined at this stage, be a refined product for the global consumption, understand, and be on the global stage. You are still being dictated by your colonial master, UK, and with America, being influenced by America. So you look at this and other thing. And number four, you look at the scramble and partition of the resources in Africa, so in the Middle East, is now narrowing down to who? To China and Russia, with the powerful influence of what? Iran is now dictating that, look, you can establish your sovereignty within yourself and play your international politics within your own interest and say, push it on as far as you have what it takes to negotiate. It's win-win. So now the American, the Western are now looking for what? For virgin land in Nigeria, where they get their oil, their gas, their mineral resources, and you have all these things. You're talking of lithium, you're talking of gold, you have them in Nigeria, all over the places. They knew quite well where you can find those things within. When we say Jack, they know where to get it.
So, in your opinion, Trump's threat at this particular time, his attention on Nigeria, is more personal,
it's
more economical than
anything in favor of Nigeria.
Is in favor of the United States rather than the Nigerian people.
Yes.
That is your take.
That is it.
Okay, I understand your stance. Okay, Ismaila, I really do want your take as we forge on an analysis this morning.
Okay, you see, looking at this whole situation, it calls for a calibration for Nigeria in general, and we need to have a real deep thought about it.
Okay.
Because for me, I've looked at it in almost like 4 different angles: the area of security, the area of economic, the area of impact, and the area of the development. How is it going to affect ordinary Nigerians? For majority of the youth, some of them are actually in support of the U.S. invasion of Nigeria, while some are arguing that there is an hidden agenda undertoning this. So for those who are saying that they are not in support of the US coming to Nigeria to do anything, because why would you want to come to Nigeria and do some of these things, and you're already saying that you want to set up a base in Rivers State, where we have our oil producing nation? So that is also a question that majority of some quarter of the youth are looking at. This insurgency is happening in the far north. So why not set up a base in the far north? Why are you now looking at Rivers State, the oil-rich region? So that aside, on the other group of people who want the US to come on board, are also looking at it from the angle of protection of life and property. Lives have really been lost. Is life not lost? Yes. They have. Is property loss damage? Yes. Is there religious persecution also? Well, that, for me, in my own opinion, we are all citizens, we are all human beings. Lives have been lost. Both the Muslims, both the Christians, both the non-believers or the traditional believers. Lives has been lost. That is what we should just focus on. They make reference of the massacre, they make reference of the Yellow Water and all of this. But then, mosque has also been bombarded with bombs in Kano, in Maiduguri, in Yobe State. So it is not about religious genocide, if we want to look at it, because I think the last time now, well, that depends on what some people look at as a religious genocide. But then it calls for a calibration. Coming back to the comment of Mr. Peter Obi,
yes,
with a high caliber profile of Nigeria like him, for me, I won't really agree us to say the president is entirely incompetent. You know, we all have our own strength. We look at some of our policies and our leadership styles. So there will be some areas that we are doing well, and there will be some areas that person is not really doing well. And what this means is for him to get expatriates who could come and save all of this. Where you look at the area that you are not doing well, and you get somebody, a professional, who could give you a better advice for you to see how we can improve in that area to protect this life and property. It's a very deep concern for almost every Nigerian that this insecurity is
everywhere you go
keeps rising. But we also need to ask, why is insecurity rising? We are defeating terrorism in this area. Insecurity is burning out into kidnapping and other forms of area. Remember, natural resources too is also fueling insecurity in Nigeria. People are mining gold, mining other forms of mineral resources without no check. Now, the governors are being allocated more security votes, most especially the ones that their state is being ravaged with issues. Now they are getting more security votes, and this security vote is not accounted for. No check. You can just spend it and nobody is going to question you for it. So I think it is also high time that the leaders of Nigeria needs to sit up. You see, if we give chance for international interference, the impact is going to be devastating.
Yes, indeed. If you just joined us, it is the press as we take a look at Trump's intensified threats, consequence of incompetence, credited to Peter Obi. We want you, once the phone lines are open, will be part of the conversation as it goes along. Now, you've heard what Ismaila said. We are focusing now on the deep issues, and we're taking our footing from the comment made by Peter Obi. He says that the United States designation of Nigeria as country of particular concern can be traced as a consequence of incompetence by the present administration. Again, he was quick to say that of a truth, the insecurity in Nigeria did not start with his administration. It started way back. But he has accused his government, because this is the first time that the United States would actually go to the extent of saying, you know what, they are coming in here for whatever reason, to checkmate the situation on ground. Peter Obi has accused this present administration of not prudent use of resources, non-prudent use of resources, patriotism and passion, non-patriotism and passion on the part of this administration, he has also accused of them of absence of competence, as it were, which he has talked about. So let us take a look at holistically at this. Do you think that this present administration should be held responsible from 2023 up till now, going by the statistics given that between 2023 and now we've lost like 10,000 souls as given by the Amnesty International?
10,000 souls, I think.
Over 10,000. Over 10,000.
Over 10,000.
Yes.
Good. You see, if you look at the government of the day, we have nobody to blame but the government. The first assignment of any constituted government authority is to protect life and property, your citizen, and the sovereignty of your nation. If you fail in protecting life and property, then automatically you are failing to secure the sovereignty of what? Of that nation. And it calls for international or foreign interference. It is what we are saying is we didn't start today. You see, Mr. President, sorry to say, knew quite right about this problem, challenges, before he became the president. He is in the front burner condemning the past government in one way or the other about insecurity, incompetency of government, nonchalant attitudes towards national issues that needed immediate attention, and lack of patriotism. From what? From all those in core government position. Let me tell you, I stand to be corrected. And I remain where I am as a student of leadership. Let me say you please and ask anybody that if this is what we call a nation, is Nigeria today really a nation? Is this what we call a country? Are we still really a country? We call ourselves a country? Now, in the last 3 years, tell me what is the progress we have made in securing life and property. I need deep analysis, technical analysis, security analysis. Where do we have it? Economic security. What has the economic sector, how far have we improved in the last 3 years? Come back with whatever policy this government have and make analysis for me. And let's look at social infrastructure. I want this government to come and tell me in the last 3 years we have constructed successfully, let's assume 100 kilometers per year, 300 kilometer roads since the inception of the government. I stand to be corrected and I stand to be challenged, please. Not even the Minister of Works and Housing, not even the Minister of State for Work and Housing that can beat you. Look, in the last 3 years we have constructed 300 kilometers of road in Nigeria. Nothing. Then tell me, where is the political will to run this country successfully with patriotism, with passion, at a leader in the health affair that we have been saddled?
Do you think that is too big for one leader to? Do you think that we should take a look at? We should go back to the drawing board and take a look at how to work to regionalism. Should we go back to that time? Is Nigeria too big for just one person at the center?
Is Nigeria today bigger than Russia? Is Nigeria bigger than America? Is Nigeria bigger than Canada or Australia? What are we saying? Look, we don't have the passion, the real love for what? For our nation. What we are only after is what? Is our political will, desire to achieve what we want to achieve. We have forgotten about history. That history we taught for us, whoever we are and what we stand for. Please, ask Mr. President, with due respect, utmost respect, what did Mr. President stand for today as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
Ismaila, I want you to react to what the doctor has said. I really want you to take a look at the absence of competence, absence of commitment, absence of patriotism and passion, the lack of passion for the nation, as accused by or alleged I beg your pardon, by Peter Obi, as he alleges that this present administration, has, has failed the nation, as it were.
For me, I think it's more of patriotism, because most Nigerian leaders don't have that patriotism enough to govern this nation. Most of them are very selfish and greedy, and they look at what they stand to benefit rather than what the nation stands to benefit. Even the Mr. Peter Obi, to me, I don't see any difference, because they are all politicians. Because even while he was the governor of Anambra State, we still hear some quarters of people complaining bitterly about you did not properly govern Anambra State during his tenure, because there was still argument and all of that in that regard. But for me, I think we should focus more on national development, how we can build cohesion among Nigerians. We are heavily divided, and this is something that the international community have studied, and they say that we are more divided during the religious line and ethnic line. So what our politicians use to win the election most of the time is either they use the religion to penetrate us, or they use our ethnicity to penetrate us. Now, we shouldn't be beaten twice. It should be like once beaten, twice shy.
Or once beaten, twice wise.
Yes, twice wise. Yes, we should be wise enough. That is why, for me, I'm still studying the whole situation, the American interference and all of it, because it's something that we need to study.
It's a case study.
Yes, because now our stock in Nigeria now is dropping. Our stock market has dropped, so now you can see the economic implication. Quite alright, the president may not have live up to the expectation that most Nigerians are expecting them, the basic amenities that we need to have. But then there's a record, there's a process to all of this. All of this will not happen overnight, quite alright. But then when we look at the economy, now we are one step forward, two steps backward.
More than two
steps backward in a way. So that is what the question again is, if I believe in Donald Trump's style of leadership, looking at his antecedent. So somehow I'm like, okay, could it be that he will come to Nigeria because Nigeria need help? Quite alright. Will he truly, is the genuinity of what he said, is it truly going to come to Nigeria and do this very sweet and fast and take off, or is it going to come and remain permanent? This is something I'm also trying to look into and study. Is it really genuine?
Permanent, or is it genuine? Or is it a smoke screen?
Is it, yeah. And again, our Nigerians, one thing that we need to stop is we shouldn't do things in secrecy. They should make things public. There are some people that are saying that even when people looted money, they will ask them, what did they loot or something? The government will withhold their name. Looking at the recent last coup, we don't even know who are those involved. Publish their name, publish their picture, let us know them.
No, please, you have to be careful on the show, because we've heard that there is no coup. That's what we heard. No coup. So if there was no coup, so what pictures and names are we going to publish?
Well, you're right. You're right.
No coup. So we have to check. Well, let us open the phone lines right about now. We'll take a short break because the calls are coming in already. We'll take a short break to open the phone lines, and when we return, the conversation continues. Stay with us. Yes, welcome back. The conversation is still on, and you're watching The Press right here from our Abuja studio of Captain Television. And our topic this morning is Trump's intensified threats, consequence of incompetence, says Obi. My guests are still here. The phone lines are open. Please call in and be part of the conversation. We've lost a couple of calls. Please call in. The gentleman who just called now, please call back again so we can continue. All right, we have a call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Captain.
Yes, George from Rivers. Good morning.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, from Cross River, yeah. All right, yeah, I want to chip in a little in what is going on there. While I greet your guest there, I want to say that we should not deny the fact that there is genocide in Nigeria. And this genocide primarily was is targeted at Christians. When it first started in 2009, around that, Boko Haram, they were killing Christians. It was just primarily Christian churches, Christian communities they were targeted. They killed and were killing. They now expanded to killing Muslims, and these Muslims are those who do not even accept to join them. They are the ones they started killing before it now blooms to what is now like they are killing everybody. So let us establish that fact, that Christians are the primary target in this genocide, and that is correct. Then the Trump's interest to come in and help, we should not politicize it. People are dying. Let us allow him to come and see if he will arrest it, because our Nigerian leaders are so much politicized this killing. Till tomorrow, they are not ready even to name the sponsors of this Boko Haram. They have accepted that they are sponsors. Even President Goodluck Jonathan, in his administration, he said they are Boko Haram people in my administration. When this administration came, they still accepted that there are people who are part of the sponsors of Boko Haram. Who are these people that they are still hiding? They will arrest people, the killers, they will say they are rehabilitating them and rehabilitate them and put them into Nigerian army. And tomorrow these same people will sabotage and still be killing people. So, Trump should come in and then we can pick these people, pick the sponsors, kill them and see how Nigeria will have this. If it is in terms of our resources, what is the use of resources? People are dying. Because these resources are there, they are not making use of these resources to secure the lives and property of people.
Okay, thank you, George. That is our first caller this morning. I advise that you call in and be part of the conversation. So as I go back to my guest, Salihu, you've heard what the caller has said. He went back in history talking about Boko Haram, that, you know, he believes that there's Christian genocide in the nation, and if the United States wants to come in, they should come in and help. What's the use of resources where people are dying? I want your reaction on this.
You see, the issue is that most of us are not children of history, or we are not students of history. Anywhere in this world, look at the history that America have gone with such an intention. Is there any swift, quick? They stay there, and whatever happened after their staying is a serious calamity to that nation. Look at Iraq, look at Libya, look at Yemen. What are we saying? Are we out of our senses? You understand what I'm saying?
We have another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel from Yobe State.
From Benue. Emmanuel, please go ahead.
From Yobe State.
From Yobe State. Thank you so much this morning. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning, my guest here. Good morning, everyone of them. I just want to say something concerning this problem. You see, the problem why America is coming, in fact, I'm supporting it. Because why I'm supporting it? Because we can see that people are just killing innocent souls. This Boko Haram issue. And the people are giving them amnesty and just supporting them. You can look at what happened about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, when the Boko Haram was telling soldiers to allow them to pass. But I'm not going to kill somebody, I'm going to somewhere. I'm not going to where? Because the machine, AK-47 and the rest of them. And another thing again, the government are just lacking that. Where people are just come out, you just remove them from Boko Haram, you give them uniform, say that they already forgive. And they're still with the soldiers, give information from other people in the bush. How can that happen? You remove somebody from the place that's person like kill somebody, and you remove them from that place and give ammunition, give everything. And that person are calling his colleagues at bush. How can it stop? So it's better to America to go and stop this because people don't want to help us. People are dying, children are dying, people are being hunger. So it's too much. That's what I wanted to conclude.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let me just come to Ismaila. I want to ask, is it like the two callers, they've actually talked about amnesty for terrorists. Is it right that a nation should grant amnesty to terrorists, and now it is alleged that some of these terrorists who have been forgiven or pardoned are recruited into the forces, the military, the police, or whatever you. Is it right? Is it a path to go?
It is absolutely wrong to recruit an ex-terrorist into any government security agency.
What about amnesty for terrorists?
Then, you see, in terms of amnesty, you see, that is where the DSA, the NIA needs to dig down deep into how did these people recruited this person into their camps. Because not all of them who are terrorists really wants to be a terrorist. Some of them are at the gun point. They have no choice. In such a situation, there will be a leniency for them. They can be given amnesty, just the way they gave amnesty to the Niger Delta militants.
Okay.
Yeah. So you look at what exactly is the problem. Are these very one genuinely? So they need to be screened. It's not all of them that really wants to be part of it, but some of them joined at gunpoint. They have.
But how do you know?
That is where our security. We have.
How do you know who
they will
conscripted into the
Niger Delta militant agitation for what? For economic resources. The Boko Haram, what are they agitating for? Please.
You know, some of them, they enter into some of villages, take men, they just gather some group of young guys and push them and push them. Those are the people I am saying. I'm not talking about the hardened ones. That is why I say the
question I'm asking is how do you know who is acting and who is not?
It is the work of the security agent, not our own duties. They are the one to fish out, to profile these people. If they see that this person joined these guys willingly, those ones are different. The way they will handle it should be different from somebody who joined there at gunpoint, who is surviving for his life. He has no choice than he joined them in form of a self-defense.
What they are doing up to today is political brouhaha or political harakiri with the insecurity situation in Nigeria. Look, if Mr. President want to be prudent and want to take serious action, as far as I'm concerned, as a student of international studies and leadership at this level, look, declare a state of emergency as far as Nigeria's insecurity is concerned. The issue of Christian being genocide with the Christians or the Muslims, it's not even the are they not Nigerians? Are the Christians not Nigerians? Are the Muslims not Nigerians? You have the right to freedom of movement, the freedom of association, the freedom of which family to join, what religion, to be a Muslim, to be a Christian. This is what our Constitution said. Where are we being secular about it? Understand now? Let's come out of our shells and do ourselves. Look at ourselves. Look, if we want to say the truth, I blame our founding fathers. After the first civil war, after the Nigerian civil war, you should allow everybody to go. What was the bond together? Unity in zero? Unity in lack of understanding?
It was not included in the Constitution, but according to research, that matter actually came up at the drafting of the Constitution. In fact, even after we had our independence, or before independence, yes, it did come up. The fact that a time will come where these people who were brought together will decide they want to go back to normalcy. What happens then? So it's not in the Constitution, so how do we go about it?
The problem here is that, look, we have all institutions. We have traditional institutions, we have political institutions, and we have our leaders at various levels. We have religious institutions, understand now? So let's look at it. All the northern elders and the southern elders should come and let them speak with their own themselves, have one voice. If you agree, call our politicians, discuss with them. We have governors, discuss with the people, we have senators.
But is that the solution? Would that be the solution? That's the question.
We have to give a solution now. Just it's a response to what you have said. But in the real sense, if we want a solution to it, you understand now? Look, we have all the service chiefs are there. The IG, the NSA, the NIA, the DSS, Chief of Army, Chief of Defense, Chief of Civil, Chief of Staff, all the chiefs are there. The NSA are there. Look, if I am Mr. President, believe me honestly, I'm going to declare a state of emergency on Nigeria insecurity and tell the soldiers, instead of America coming to Nigeria, let us be ready to face the what they call it, international. Human Rights International, you understand now, that is a right against humanity. Let's flush these guys away. Whatever it will take the country. if our next budget is going to be 15 trillion and we are spending 10 trillion, understand now, to have peace and security, the spirit of Nigeria, understand now, let people enjoy, let the poor pray, let them breathe.
Now, that's the next question I was supposed to ask was, what do you expect, what should be the reaction of the Nigerian government towards this particular threat from the United States? And you've started by saying that the federal government should declare a state of emergency on insecurity and take action that goes beyond words.
That is it.
So that is what you've said, because we want to take a look at Nigeria waking up one morning and we see USA badges. Now, I don't know if I should say this. When I was in school, years ago when I was in university, I had a scary dream. I'm telling you. And there was an unrest in the nation, and at the Papa Wharf, I saw the American submarine at the Papa Wharf, and I saw American soldiers with their gun, with USA, and it was so scary. I woke up, and now that this reality, I'm talking about a million years ago. You want to know my age? If I tell you when I had this vision, as it were, then you understand. This is a serious matter, and we really need to talk about it now than later. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please, and where are you coming from?
I'm calling from Kogi State.
Okay, Olusegun, please go ahead. Thanks for calling in this morning.
My question is, what is wrong with this country? Daddy, I want to ask, what is wrong with this country? What is wrong with the government? There's nothing that we cannot tackle. An outsider is telling us they will do this, they will do that. What is wrong with Nigeria? Sir, something is wrong with this country. We should find solution to it. They should not spend their money on how to come back again 2027. The money they have spent so far to come back 2027 is enough, sir, to tackle insecurity.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Okay, so that's one of our callers this morning, and I want to ask, Doctor has started by saying that this present administration should declare a state of emergency. How do we tackle this threat that's on ground to ensure it does not happen?
I think it's.
How do we nip it? How do we nip it? People,
for me, I agree if they declare a state of emergency on insecurity.
Okay.
I think that is one of the way to douse the tension, because there's already a tension on the land, and people want action rather than just words. And so that we will be able to attract every necessary collaboration, every necessary support that we need to galvanize to fight this insecurity. And our political leaders need to come out outrightly with good intention, with clear mindset, to ensure that they nail this, to bring it down to zero level. Because the insecurity, if we allow it to escalate more than this, then everybody will be a victim.
Okay, we have another call. I don't know if we can take this. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name, please, and where are you coming from?
This is Timothy calling from Benue State.
Okay, Timothy, good morning. How is Benue this morning?
Benue is cool.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to make a comment on that.
Go ahead.
Just one of the interesting things which you did say there is a need for state of emergency. Is it because the United States want to intervene into this matter that the announcement is to call for something? No, it is still politics. The killing in this country is a genocidal to Christianity. No two ways about it. We talk about amnesty that was granted from Boko Haram for some terrorists, and they were converted to the Nigerian forces. These people are being used to continue with the agenda of the killing in the state. choice. They are legally being employed to kill. As a new citizen, so people they say, okay, and these people, they do set up with the places. For instance, in Benue State, you see soldiers killing people, and people will confirm that these people are soldiers. You know, so it is not an issue of dragging that okay, Trump wants to come into John as the entity. It's not for now. It's coming for his own purpose.
Okay, the line is breaking. Thank you so much, Binitie, for from Benue State for calling in. Because of time, let us just go straight on to the question. I'm still expecting you to, because Timothy says, it's all politics. There's no need for state of emergency. At the end of the day, politics will rob the whole situation to the ground. That what is on ground is there is Christian genocide, and if Trump wants to come, he should come.
Sorry, please. Let me come in here, please. We have to make it clear. This is Nigeria. Nigeria is for all of us. You matters to me as a core citizen. I matters to you. And the boundary road today is Nigeria constituency. You understand now? And I have the right to move freely to anywhere. It's not the issue of Christian or Muslim.
Yeah.
We move it out of it.
Okay.
If you say it's politics, I agree. International conspiracy is there. I've mentioned it. International, conspiracy theory is there. You understand now? And the Benue State being concerned, I mentioned it here one day. Benue and Plateau are the food basket of this nation. The best food you get: Irish potatoes, strawberry, apple, whatever fruit you see that are food you can export, you get them from Makurdi. The first one bottled water we have is from Makurdi. It's all from Plateau. You understand now? The food basket nation is Benue State. So if they want to cripple the economy of the nation, the first thing is look, you block their source of what? Of food. This is what? Benue Plateau. And this is what is happening. What are we saying? And the issue of killing genocide, is it when they started Boko Haram started in Borno State? Borno State is predominantly Muslims. Kaduna State, predominantly Muslims. What do you call it? Kaduna State, predominantly what? Muslims. If you talk about Katsina, the same things, Zamfara, the same things. You understand now? All the Northwest states that are being more consumed, let me tell you, if you take real statistic, today, over 15% of the population of that area have been taken away by bandit. What are you saying?
So, I attended a conference and they were saying that one of the keynote speakers said that we need to protect our food sovereignty. That I think there's something like an international conspiracy that they want to take away our food sovereignty from us. So we will now have to rely, even the fertilizer that we import, that those fertilizers end up damaging our soil, that they are not really going to, after that first yield, the next time that you plant, it's nothing that will come out of it. So, for what my other said now, I'm now trying to relate that, is it true that these guys are really trying to, who is actually involved, but all of this still boils down to our political elite. It still boils down to leadership. Are they going to genuinely take action?
What should leadership do right now?
Yeah.
With this face up, what should leadership do right now?
They need to take proactive measures.
What type of actions? What advice do you? Because there was a meeting, the NSA met with some chiefs yesterday. So one can imagine what went on in that meeting.
Okay.
What advice do you have for the present administration right now with these threats going on?
The advice is still that they need to take action. I don't know. I am not a security agent because I've heard even from some of the soldiers who are at the battlefield that sometimes when attacks is happening, they want to go there, that they have a call from somebody somewhere who will say, no, don't go. So all of this still boils down to leadership, because it is not you and I that is at the war front. It is not you and I that is there to give them the command. So all of this still boils down to the leadership, those in control of the command. Let them deal with this situation decisively. I believe in the competence of our Nigerian soldiers, our security agents. They have the intelligence they have, even without the equipment and gadgets. If you want, how I got to know that Nigerian police are so extremely intelligent is that if something happened right here now, Nigerian police is not there, and they come, give them 24 hours. If there's a marching order from the IGP, give them 24 hours. They will trace down what happened here. Even you yourself, will be marveled. How did they get to this interview? How did they trace these people? These are the actions. So I really believe in the competence of our security agents. But what is missing is the political will to give the right command. Have these resources, go there, get these people, get them arrested or flush them out. That is what we are lacking.
Let me ask you, you are a security consultant. Let me tell you, I said it earlier, you understand now? You've done the consequence, whatever Amnesty International we said. Declare a state of emergency, that's number one. Then you have a strategy we are going to use to fight these people. Over the years, we have Department of Research, statistics, you understand now, mobilization, signals, and intelligent gathering. What is the method? Is it guerrilla method they are using? Armed bandit? You understand now? So you use counter guerrilla method. There is what we call, we have 13 different strategies of war. Let the general publicity, they know what I'm saying today. Let them sit down. Out of the 13 strategies of war, which one have they used? Which one is not working? You don't need to look at the global face. Look at what is happening within your domain. Take a proactive measure within your domain. You understand now? I get what you want.
Let's take this last call. That's the last call before we sign out.
Hello?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from first?
I'm Mr. Thomas. I'm calling from Ondo State.
Mr. Thomas, go ahead.
Yeah. Somebody asked what is wrong with Nigeria. Many things wrong with Nigeria. The foundation of the country is built on the ashes. So we know the truth, we are not facing it. If a citizen of this country could say around 2009, then that will make the government ungovernable. And it happened. And people are just looking. What are we saying? Until we have to get to the root of all these things. Tell them, this is what I have done. I have said it. If it happened to be a poor man that said it, then he would have been arrested. They said it, and throughout that period, the government became ungovernable. And by the time they were in the government, they said they would overcome it within 3 months. But they said that they discovered that they did not meet it at where they left it. So it has overpowered them. So, you see, you say, if you don't say the truth, we are just wasting our time. They say together we are better off. Who told them? How many times has the Togo invaded? Is Togo not a small country?
Okay. Thank you so much.
We have the annihilation as a system of what? Annihilation, encircling, attrition. You understand now? What method? I just mentioned 3 out of it. And Sun Tzu said in one of his books, The Act of War, the best war you win is the war you win without going to war.
Okay, we don't have time. Like I love to do on the show, I would want us to end by speaking in our dialect to our people, especially with the situation on ground. I'm going to give you 1 minute each. Please go ahead in Hausa and talk to the people of Nigeria, your people who would understand your dialect on the situation, what you have to say as we round up. As we round off.
‘Yan arewa gaba ɗaya mu zauna lafiya, mu yi addu'an mai mukasabu addu'a, mu yi majuna afuwa, mu zauna mu rungumi kaddara abin da yake faruwa, mu sa ƙasar mu addu'a, kuma mu canja rayuwar mu gabaki ɗaya, mu ce kwaɗayin duniya da bin adamin da ba shi bane, mu koma harka da hanyar iyayenmu kakanninmu wanda suka tsaya kan gaskiya, suka yi gaskiya kuma duniya aka ji daɗi. Don Allah ni roƙon da nake kenan, abin da ya kamata a yi kowa ya sani, kowa ya san ya kamata a zauna lafiya a tashi lafiya.
Okay, for me, before I go to my dialect, I want to say that our institution needs to be strengthened. So we need to strengthen our policies so that it will deliver a good dividend for all Nigerians. tọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ̀yin ọmọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìrè, mo kí yín lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí mo fẹ́ fi bẹ̀ yín wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká ran orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́. Tá a bá gbọ́ nǹkan kan àbí tá a mọ̀ nǹkan kan níbi ìmọ̀ tàbí lè fi ran àwọn agbófinró lọ́wọ́ láti fi dẹ́kun ìwà bàjẹ́ tí àwọn kan ń lù tí wọ́n fi ń ba orílẹ̀-èdè wa jẹ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ fún àwọn agbófinró kí wọ́n lè bá a ṣètò bí a ṣe mú Nàìjíríà dá. Tọ́ ẹ ṣé o.
Thank you so much, Ashil. Thank you. I want to appreciate my guest this morning for, for the analysis, and of course those who called in to be part of the conversation this morning. I appreciate you all. As I thank Ismaila Babatunde, who is a public affairs analyst. Thank you, Ismaila, and Dr. Suleiman, Salihu, public affairs analyst. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time to be on the show. And for those of you who called in, I appreciate you. Also, don't forget to keep it a date right here tomorrow on The Press. And everyone behind the cameras who made it possible, I appreciate you. Abib, everyone. If I didn't mention your name, you know I appreciate you. Sam, I appreciate you for the show this morning. And of course, Nigerians, we pray for peace, we call for peace, and of course solutions to the situation on ground. We're calling the federal government to do the needful to ensure that this country is kept intact. My name is Anire Binitie. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.